Good evening, everybody. This is Robert from RGL 518. We welcome you here to Crosley Field for Game 3 of our 1921 Payoff Pitch Cardinals replay. The Cardinals coming off 2 shellackings of the Chicago Cubs, now to go on the road on the 18th of April to take on the Cincinnati Reds here at Crosley Field. The Cardinals are coming into that game 2 wins and no losses. Cincinnati is 2-1 after Cincinnati went ahead and beat the Pittsburgh Pirates. And actually, not really 2-1. I think actually maybe 2-2. Yeah, they're 2-2. I'm sorry, not 2-1. They're 2-2 in this replay so far. I forgot to mark another loss. So Cincinnati went ahead and they beat Pittsburgh on the 15th. They beat Pittsburgh on the 14th, and they swept them. I'm sorry, they're 3-1. I'm sorry, the Cincinnati Reds are 3-1. My bad. They are 3-1 in this opening set so far. So they're actually playing some pretty good baseball. But the Cardinals are 2-0, as they have yet to taste defeat at the moment. Today, the Cardinals take on the Reds here at Crosley Field, and it's going to be Jakie May versus Dolf Luque. And here I am. I went ahead and set the game up, and I'm not even ready for this. Wow. Well, here's Jakie May for the Cardinals. He starts today. In today's matchup, and he goes up against Dolf Luque. And I don't know if that's actually how his name is pronounced for the Cincinnati Reds, Dolf Luque or Luque. I'm not 100% sure. If anyone can find out and tell me, that is great. But that is the pitching matchup here between the Cards and the Reds. This is really also a Rogers-Hornsby replay, and he is off to a horrible start. Hornsby went 0-5 in the first game, and then yesterday and then in the game against the Cubs, he went 1 for 5 in that one as well. So he's off to a 1 for 10 start. He has 1 single and a walk. But that's it for Rogers-Hornsby. He has not done much so far to start this season, this replay off here for the Cardinals. But the Cardinals, however, are cranking as they destroyed the Cubs twice. So let's get things going here in the top of the first inning. Let's take a look first at the starting lineup for the 21 Cardinals. Cliff Heathcote will bat first. Jack Fournier will bat second. Milt Stock will bat third. Rogers-Hornsby will bat fourth. Austin McHenry fifth. Doc Lavin sixth. Vern Clemens seventh. Specs Toporser is 8th, and Jakie May, the pitcher, is batting 9th. Defensively for the Reds, we got Daubert at first base. Fonseca is at second. The shortstop is Crane. Third base is Bone, or Bonnie. I'm not sure how his name is pronounced. Again, if anybody can tell me, let me know. Left field is Duncan. Center field is Pasker. In right field is Bresler. The catcher is Hargrave. And on the mound for the Cincinnati Reds is Dolf Luque. 17 wins, 9 losses, a 3.38 ERA. That's not too bad for Cincinnati. So the Reds are off to a good start. They're 3-1. The Cardinals come in at 2-0. So this is an early good series here at Crosley Field. Let's get things started underway here as we go to the top of the first inning. And Cliff Heathcote will start for the Cardinals. This is my 3rd game today, as a matter of fact. I've almost pretty much caught up with BBG and his Yankees replay, as he is on 4 games. This is my 3rd for the day, and we shall see what happens in this matchup. Here's the pitch to Heathcote. This is a 5. It's an in play. It is a 62, and that's a fly out to left, 1 out. Here's Jack Fournier. Fournier comes up here. It's a 10. That's a defense. That's going to be a 22, getting a lot of defensive rolls. And that could be an error check to third base. So that's on Bond. And that is an error check. His rating is a 1, and a 1 to 58, and a 22, and he will commit an error. So Fournier gets on. That's going to be a 1-base error. So Fournier is on first. But that is an E5. So already one error for the Reds. So mark the E right there. And the batter will be Milt Stock. Fournier, a lead rating of 5. He will not run. And we have one out so far. Here's the pitch to Stock. Stock is a 7. That's a patient. That's an 0-9, and that is another walk. So Fournier will go to second base, and runners at first and second now with one out. And that will bring up Rogers Hornsby, already off to a 1-for-10 start. We'll see if he picks it up in this game here against the Reds. Here's the pitch, and that is a 12. That's an in-play 63, and that is going to be a fly out to right. And that's the second out. And it will bring up Austin McHenry. Runners at first and second. Cardinals got a chance to get some runs here. We'll see if McHenry can bring them in. Here's the pitch. This is a 7. That's a patient. It's a 70. And that is going to be a grounder to second and an easy out for the Reds. So the Cardinals waste a couple of base runners. But no runs, no hits, no errors anyway. Bottom of the first inning, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the 1921 Cincinnati Reds. Dodi Paskert bats first. Jake Dalbert will bat second. Sam Bond will bat third. Pat Duncan bats fourth. Rube Bressler will bat fifth. Lou Fonseca will bat sixth. Sam Crane will bat seventh. Bubbles Hargrave bats eighth. And Dolf Luque will bat ninth. Defensively for the Cardinals, it is Fournier at first base. DePorcer at second base. Stock is at third. The shortstop is Lavin. In left field is Hornsby. Center field is Heathcote. The right fielder is McHenry. Clemens is behind the plate. And on the mound for the St. Louis Cardinals is Jakie May, or Jackie May. 1 win, 3 losses, a 4.71 ERA. He only pitched 5 games, 5 starts. So this will be his first start of the Cardinals and for the 5 games since we utilize the actual lineups and rosters for each game. Thanks to Out of the Park Baseball for utilizing its engine. For that does give me the information. So we go to the bottom of the first. Leading off for Cincinnati is Dodi Paskert. I'm not doing the normal presentation as I normally do, as I'm still trying to catch up. This is an 11. This is an in play. It's a 15, and that's going to be a base hit for Paskert. He starts with a single. Reds get underway with a man on first. His steal rating is a 3. It's an 11. He will not run. And here's Jake Dalbert. Dalbert I actually know a little bit about from utilizing him in Out of the Park's historical career play that I did. Here's the pitch to Dalbert, and that is a 9. That's an in-play, a 49, and that will be a grounder to first. Dalbert's double play rating is a 6. Mays is a 7. It's a 9, so Dalbert will be safe at first, and Paskert is thrown out at second. So a fielder's choice, but 1 away, and the batter will be Sam Bond. Or Bonnie, as like I said, Steeler fan. There you go. I knew you'd catch me up here somewhere. Playing the 3rd game today in the series for the Cardinals. Almost there. Almost caught up to him. Sam Bonnie is the batter here for the Reds here in the bottom of the first. No score. And where it's 1 out. And here is the pitch from Jackie May at 7. It's a patience in 0-4, and that is going to be a walk. So Jackie May already having given a little bit of issue with the Cardinals so far. Runners at first and second. And the batter now will be Pat Duncan. 1 out here. Bottom of the first. No score here at Crosley Field. Here's the pitch. And that is another patient. That's a 67. And that is going to be a base hit for Pat Duncan. Against the lefty, Jackie May, that is a single. It's a sharp liner to center field. Runner on second scores, and the runner on first advances 1 base. So Dalbert comes in to score. Bond goes to second. Duncan on at first, and it's the Reds that jump out in front in this ball game, 1-0. So already a 1-0 lead for the Reds. And there you go. Now, there's Bleacher Bums Gaming. There you go, my brother. This is actually my third game. We've already this is game number 3. I've played 2 other games so far, BBG, because you did game 4 this morning, so I'm almost there. I'm going to play this game, then I'm going to do, of course, my restart, and then I'll probably might get one more game in, depending how long the restart game goes. But 1 out, runners at first and second now, and the batter is Rube Bressler, as I'm not doing the normal presentation, as I'm just trying to play the game. Here's the pitch. And this is an 11. That's an in play. That's going to be a 19, and that is a single for Bressler. He gets a line drive into left field, and they'll go station to station as each runner will advance 1 base. So Jackie May comes in here for the Cardinals, and already they're having some issues. He's having some issues, and the bases are loaded. The Cardinals destroyed the Cubs the first 2. The Cardinals destroyed the Cubs the first 2 games, but here the Reds are better. They are a better team, so they're going to give St. Louis, I think, a battle here in this third game of the season on April 18. So the bases are loaded for Cincinnati. Here's Lou Fonseca, and still 1 out. St. Louis is going to play the infield back. Tried for the double play. Here's the play. It is a 6. It's a patient. It's a 30. And that is going to be a base hit for Lou Fonseca. He gets a single. And with 1 out, sharp liner drops in front of left field. Runner on first advances 1 base. Runner on second advances 1 base with a choice. So Bond will come in to score. Duncan goes to third base, and he will hold there. And Bressler will hold at second. So another station-to-station single. And just like that, the Reds are already out 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Another base hit. And that will bring up Sam Crane as Duncan stays at third base. No need to test anything. It's only the first inning. Try to get as many runs as you can. So Jackie May already in some serious trouble with the Reds here, and only 1 out in the bottom of the first. Bases loaded still. Here's the pitch to Sam Crane. And this is going to be a 9. It's going to be an in play, an 83. Infield is still back, and that's going to be a grounder to short. Let's see what happens. Crane has a double play rating of 6. May's a 7. The roll is a 9. That's going to be a fielder's choice. So it means they get the. So that went to shortstop. So they're going to throw to second to get the runner at first, that means Pat Duncan will score. Bressler goes to third. Fonseca is out, and Duncan's on at first. But there are 2 outs now. Oh, not Duncan. Crane. Crane is on first. There you go. So 2 men down, but now a 3-0 lead for the Reds. And the next batter for Cincinnati is Bubbles Hargrave. There's the pitch from May. Misses a 5. That's an in play, a 43. And that will end the inning. That's going to be a pop out to third. And that ends the inning. But a great inning for the Reds to start off with as they start the game with 3 runs on 4 hits. 1 inning in the books already. Reds 3, Cardinals nothing. Cincinnati already doing to the Cardinals what the Cardinals did to the Cubs in the first couple of games. So we go to the top of the second inning. As the Reds lead 3-0. Dolf Luque will lead it off. Coming up for the Cardinals will be Doc Lavin. Bears Den, thank you for joining us, my good man. You are watching the third game I'm doing today to try to catch up to BBG. And to my honor, Anthony is in the house. So here's the pitch to Lavin to see if the Cardinals will get a couple of runs back. It's an 8. That's an in play. That's a 59. And that won't do it there. That's going to be a fly out to right. 1 down. And the batter is Vern Clemens. And Jackie May's fatigue is a 7 plus 1, so 22. So 9, 18, 19, 21, 22. 9, 18, 19, 21, 22. Let's see here. And Dolf Luque is a 9, so he can pitch the whole game. So here's the pitch to Clemens. With 1 out here, that's a 10. That's a defense. And that's a rare play. So let's see what kind of rare play we have. So we roll here again, and we'll see what the rare play chart says. That is a 333. And that batter drives ball deep to left field, outfield. The left field outfielder with range of A or B makes a great catch and crashes into wall. Check for injury. Otherwise, outfielder can't reach ball and batter safe at second base with a stand-up double. Well, let's see if he has it. First of all, that ball was hit to left field. So the left fielder for Cincinnati is Duncan. He has a range of A, which means he will make a great catch and crashes into the wall, and we check for injury. So that is Pat Duncan. We'll see what his injury rating is, and his injury rating is iron, which means I don't think he gets hurt at all. I don't think he gets hurt at all. We'll find out here real quick. But I think he's going to be I think he's just fine. You got prone, normal, and durable, and then you got iron. So yeah, so he's fine. He's a baseball player. Iron's not even listed on his injury rating, so there's not even a listing there. So he crashes on the wall, makes a great catch on Vern Clemens, and that is out number 2. He's a baseball player. He is fine, as that is a fly out to left. Here's Specs to Porcer. 2 outs now. And this is a 4. That's a tough. That's a 62. And that is going to be another fly out to left field. And coming under it is Duncan. He will make the catch. So nothing for the Cardinals there as we go to the bottom half of inning number 2. So here comes Jackie May, as I said, Jackie May or Jakie May. I'm not entirely sure. The pitcher leads off for Cincinnati and Dolf Luque. Not a bad hitter. And here's the pitch. And that is a 10. That's a patient. That's an 80. And that's going to be a fly out to center. 1 down. Top of the batting order for the Reds, and Dodi Paskert is the batter. And that is a 10. That's a patient. That's a 79. And that one's a fly out to center. 2 away. And now Jake Daubert. That's an 11. That's an in play. That's a 68. And that is a grounder to short. And so it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jakie May. He comes back with a bit of a vengeance against the Cardinals. So it's still 3 against the Reds. So still 3-0 Reds. Go to the top of the 3rd inning here. Leading off for St. Louis will be Jackie May. Not a bad hitter himself, although he did not hit many times. He did not really get to bat many times. He only started 5 games, but he was the starting pitcher on record for this matchup here against Cincinnati at Crosley Field. Here's the pitch. And that is a 9. That's going to be a ballpark, 65. And Crosley Field is definitely a pitcher's park. That's definitely in play. It's a 48, and that's a ground out to first. Crosley Field is a 1-21 for righties and a 1-15 for lefties. So not going to be many ballpark home runs, I think, hit out of this park for the year. Here's Heathcote. And that is a 6. It's a tough. That is an 80. That is an 81, and that's a fly out to center. And now Fournier, who got on via error in the first. Here's the pitch. That's a 5. That's an in play. That is a 60. That's a 64, and that's going to be a fly out to left. And a 1-2-3 inning for Dolf Luque, as right now the Cardinals are having a different type of ball game against the Reds than they did against the Cubs in the first 2 games. Bottom of the third, here's Jackie May. Leading off for Cincinnati, Sam Bond. Cincinnati's record in 1921 was 70 wins and 83 losses. They are a C team on the quick results chart. So here's the pitch to Bond. And this is a 7. That's a patient 72. And that's going to be a base hit for Bond against the lefty Jackie May. That's a single. He will hold it first. Second time he's been on base. His steal rating is a 4. The dice is a 7. He will not go. And that will bring up Pat Duncan, who made that great play in left field. That is a 7. That's also a patient, and that's a walk. So Jakie May is definitely having some issues so far, as he has just not been hot for the Cardinals in this game. Runners at first and second, and still nobody out. The next batter is Bresler. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Bottom of the third inning, 3-0 Reds. That is a 5. That's an in-play 85, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. Let's see what happens. Bresler is a 5. Jakie May is a 7. 5 is out there. He will get the double play. So Bone will go ahead and move to third, but Duncan and Bresler are out. As May gets the pitcher's best friend, a double play. So now 2 men away. The batter is Fonseca. Infield normal with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Thank you, Steeler fan. I'm counting you. So it is Jakey. Thank you. Find out if Sam is, if Bohne is Bone, Bonnie, Boney. Let me know. And Dolf Luque, Luqua. Maybe Luque. I'm not sure. Let me know about those numbers. This is an 8. That's a tough. That's an 86. And that is going to be another ground ball to short, and he's going to get out of the inning. As the side is retired, as the base runner is stranded. So May gets out of it. Lucky for him. And the Reds are out of it for the inning. But they still lead 3-0 here. We go to the top of the fourth. In this matchup between St. Louis and the Reds, doing my National League replay as Anthony does his American League replay. After this, I will be caught up with him. I have to do only the 4th game and a game 4, and I might do that after the Mets and the Astros tonight at the Astrodome for the 1994 restart. So that was no runs on a hit as we go to the top of the 4th. Here's Milt Stock for St. Louis. He's not off to a great start, I'll tell you in a minute, because he's up next. This is a 9. This is a ballpark for Dolf Luque. It's a 15. Believe it or not, that's in the wheelhouse numbers. Let's see. Milt Stock gets a 41, and that is going to be a single. So Stock has a base hit, the leadoff hit for the Cardinals. He goes to first, and the batter is Rogers Hornsby. Rogers Hornsby is 1 for 12 starting. He did not get a hit until the second game against the Cubs. He went 0 for 5 in game 1. He is off to a horrible start, especially with runners on base. So Rogers Hornsby not off to any good start at the moment. He was 1 for 5. He was 0 for 5 in game 1, and he was 1 for 5 in game 2. 1 for 10, and he's already 1 for 11. So he is not doing better than Ruth. I know exactly. So both are big men. The big men that we're actually doing the replay for are off to horrible starts. But here's Hornsby now with stock on at first. Steal ratings of 3, not running. Hornsby will bat. A chance here for St. Louis to get some runs maybe. Here's the pitch. It's a 7. That's a patient. That's a 60. This time, Rogers Hornsby will come through with a single. He gets a base hit there. That's a ball blooped into right field. Runner on first advances a base. Stock goes to second. Hornsby to first. And he has a hit. There we go, Roger. There you go. Do something here finally. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Here's McHenry. And that's an 11. That's an in-play 07, and that's definitely gonna be a hit. Yeah, 07. That's gonna be a double for Austin McHenry, and that is an opposite field shot into left field. Runners advance 2 bases, so Stock comes in to score. Hornsby will hold at third. McHenry at second, and the Cardinals are on the board on a big-time double by Austin McHenry. And the Cardinals are on the board. It's now 3-1. Runners at second and third for Doc Lavin. St. Louis is going to call for the infield in, try to see if they can get Hornsby out there. So here's the pitch to Lavin. And that is going to be a 7. That's a patient. That is a 72. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. So let's see what happens here on infield in. It is a grounder to second. That's a 7. And runner on third out at home. Batter safe. Other runners advance 1 base. So Hornsby is thrown out at the plate. The runners do advance. So McHenry goes to third. Lavin to first. And it's still 3-1 as Hornsby is thrown out at plate. That was actually a pretty good call by the Reds. So that actually goes as a fielder's choice. And the batter now is Vern Clemens. And with runners at first and third, they will continue to play the infield in. Vern Clemens, the batter. There's D. Smith. How you doing? Welcome to Crosley Field. I hope you watched that other game between the Orioles and the Royals, and what a game that was as well, almost like last night's game against the Yankees. Here's the pitch to Clemens. This is a 6. This is a tough. It's a 76, and that is going to be a fly ball to center field. That's the second out. Let's see what kind of a fly ball that is. That is a short fly. McHenry's run rating is an 8, so it would be a 6 for him to score. The arm rating at center field for Paskert is I think it was a 3. Let me look here. Paskert's arm rating. No, his arm rating is an 8. Because I didn't write that very well. So his arm rating is an 8. So McHenry would be a 6 for him to try to score. And they're going to go ahead. So it's a short fly ball. So McHenry's going to try to 6 to have a score. So it'd be a 6 to score. Anything between 8 and 6, we roll at the plate. Anything higher than 8, he is out. And they're going to send McHenry. So there he goes, trying to get the tag up. We're going to see if he can get it. Actually, I put the card. And we got to play at the plate. So now we go to the plate. So now we go to runner advancement. So if the total is greater than 1 rating and equal to or less than the other, roll the 2d10 and refer to the chart below. It is a 73, and he is safe. And I'll show you here. He is 56 to 99. He is safe at the plate. So he does get there. He just beats the throw. So Austin McHenry does get in there. What a tag up by McHenry. And the Cardinals are now down by a run. It's now 3-2. Doc Lavin holds it first. So Clemens comes up with the sacrifice fly. But 2 down now here for Toporser with 2 outs. Had it going 1.75 speed. Yeah. So here's So here's Toporser. This is a 9. This is ballpark. That's an 86. That's definitely in play. And it's going to be a 98. And that is going to be a fly ball to right. And the inning will end there. But the Cardinals pick up 2 runs on 3 hits. Luque, thank you. Bone, Bohne. So it is Luque, thank you. Sam Bone, Bohne. Let me know on that one. I know I got Steeler fan to help me out when it comes to, or all you guys to help me out when it comes to saying these guys' names right. So we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's now Reds 3, Cardinals 2. And leading off for Cincinnati is Sam Crane. Coming up on Jakie May's fatigue rating. We'll see how longer he can hold out. Pitch to Crane is an 8. That's a tough. That is a 69. And that is going to be a ground out to second base. 1 away. And here's Bubbles Hargrave. Like we said there, BBG, you got to love these 1920s names. How would you like to be named Bubbles? 1 out. Here's Hargrave. Bubbles Hargrave. The pitch from May. That is a 6. That's a patient. That's a 41. And Bubbles Hargrave is going to smack himself a triple. He's going to get a triple against the lefty. Bubbles Hargrave goes to 3rd on a triple. How about that? I guess he got mad that I made fun of his name, and he goes ahead and smacks a triple. Runner on 3rd. The batter is Luque. Infield is going to be in for the Cardinals. Yeah, he has a 40 to 48 triple patient versus left-handed batters. Here's the pitch to Luque. Infield is in 7. It's a patient. It's a 15, and that's a walk. So he walks the pitcher, Jakie May. And top of the batting order now is Paskert. Now St. Louis is going to play the infield back and try to get the double play. Runners to the corners, 1 out. And this is a 5. That's an in-play 83. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Let's see if he gets it. That's a 5. Dodi Paskert's double play rating is an 8. May's a 7. Yes, it goes to the shortstop. It goes to Lavin. Lavin throws to Toporser. He throws back to Fournier, and the Cardinals get out of the inning on a double play on Paskert. Side retired. No, so a leadoff, a 1-out triple doesn't do anything. We go to the top of the 5th in this matchup now. Still 3-2 Reds. Jakie May is scheduled to bat, although he will reach his fatigue batter in 2 batters on Cincinnati. So St. Louis is going to take him out. He is done for the game. So the Cardinals will bring in a pinch hitter going up against Luque. And it will be Jack Smith. He will come in and bat. So Jack Smith will pinch hit to start the top of the 5th inning. He bats .333 against the righties, and he had over 400 at bats. So this guy does play. Here's the pitch to Smith. And before I do that, let's do a quick shuffle. Jeez, I'm dropping everything here. in the top of the 5th inning here. So here's the pitch to Smith to start the 5th. And this is an 8. That's an in-play, 77. And that's going to be a fly out to center for 1 out. Top of the batting order now for St. Louis and Heathcote. He's 0 for 2. That's a 7. That's a patient. That is a 79. And that is a fly out to center. And now Jack Fournier. And that is a wheelhouse 31. And that one is hit high. That one is hit deep. And Jack Fournier, that one is hit out of here. That is a home run for Jack Fournier. Straight wheelhouse 31. That's blasted. That's gone. And we got a tie game. To the disappointment of the Crosley Field fans. And we are tied at 3. And that will bring up Milt Stock. And still 1 out. And Luque has almost reached his fatigue batter. Actually, no, he has. He can actually go 9 innings. My bad. Here's the pitch to Stock. This is an 8. That's an in play. That's a 52. And that is a line draw. And that is a hard line shot right back to Luque. He will make the catch. That's a line out right back to the pitcher. And that's the second out. He put his glove out, and he was lucky the ball went in the glove. It looked like it was going to hit him in the chest. Nice play by Luque. Line out right back to him. And now the batter is Hornsby. Hornsby 1 for 2. Doubled and scored. Hornsby, that is a tough. That is a 75. And that is a grounder to second base. And that will end the inning. 1 run on a big blast homer here in the top of the 5th inning, and we got a tie game. Go to the bottom half of the 5th, and a new pitcher coming out for the Cardinals. We'll see who's available. And coming out to pitch for St. Louis will be Bill Scherdow. He did pitch the last game, but that was a few days ago, so he's fully rested, and he is on the 25-man, like Bon, like Dawn. Okay. So Bona. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So or Bonnie, yeah. All right, we'll decide which one. Bill Scherdow will now pitch for St. Louis. And he pitched against the Cubs, but he had a couple of days off to rest, so he's fully rested. And he was on the 25-man roster for this. Give me a quick moment here as I just write him in. And because of the home run, May is going to get a no decision for the game. So Bill Scherdow has a chance now to get the win. Bottom of the 5th inning, leading off for the Cincinnati Reds is Jake Daubert. And let's see. Scherdo's rating is a long relief, so it's going to be 10 plus 5, so 15. So he's got 15 batters he can go before he sees fatigue. So here's Jake Dalbert. Yeah, thanks to all you guys, really. I'm getting some subs, but and I've claimed over 100, but mostly because of you guys, because you guys constantly push my channel. I'm just having a lot of fun doing this. It's all because of you guys. I don't succeed if you guys don't. So here's Dalbert, and this is an 8. That's going to be an in play, a 78, and that's a fly out to center. 1 out. As you've noticed, I'm not doing my normal presentation. I'm just playing to get the game quick so I can catch up with Anthony here. 1 man down, and here we're going to say the name. I'm going to say Bone will be his name, or Boney, Sam Boney. Like Zamboni, I don't know, whatever. This is a ballpark. It's going to be a 21, and that is wheelhouse. Let's see what comes up. It's a 69. That won't do it. That's going to be a ground out to second base. Geez, for someone I'm saying that there's not going to be many wheelhouse in Crosley Field, and I've already gotten a couple off the ballpark card. So I'll tell you, so far, payoff pitch makes me eat my words, these dice. Here's Pat Duncan with 2 outs. And this is a 5. This is a tough. It's a 73. And that is going to be a ground out to second. And that will do it. A 3-up, 3-down inning for Bill Sherdell. Sherdell, I guess I pronounce it. And the Cardinals have come back after spotting Cincinnati 3 runs. St. Louis very much in it. Give me 1 moment. I just want to go get a drink. I'll be right back. We go to the top of the 6th inning in this 3-3 tie. This is actually the first good game I've had yet with the Cardinals. The first 2 games against the Cubs, Cardinals slaughtered them. But the Reds are turning out to be a much different animal. So the top of the 6th inning, here's Doc Lavin. Is it Lavin? No. Is it Lavin? No, it's not Lavin. Austin McHenry, I believe, is the batter. No, it's Doc Lavin. Lavin's a batter. He leads off here in the top of the 6th inning. Let me just do real quick Dolf Luque's fatigue rating. It's a 0. So it's a straight 9 times 4, 36. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he can go. He can pretty much pitch the entire game. So Dolf Luque against Lavin. Let's see what we got here. Here's the pitch. That's a 3. That's an in play. That's going to be a 29. And Doc Lavin's going to get a base hit. He'll hold it first with a single. Nice way to start the inning off for the Cardinals. Somebody needs to let ID Jester know that I'm playing his Cardinals. I'm pretty sure, and I wonder if he would be interested in a series like this. Here's Vern Clemens as BBG plays the American League and I play the National League. Pitch to Clemens. That's a 7. That's a patient. That's a 49. And Vern Clemens is going to have himself a double. That is a liner into left center, cut off by the left fielder. Runners advance 2 bases, so Lavin goes to third. Clemens goes to second, and the Cardinals are really in business. And the batter is Specs to Porcer. He's flown out twice. The infield is in for the Reds. They don't want to give up that time to go-ahead run here in the top of the 6th. So infield in. Here's the pitch. That's a 7. It's a patient. It's a 55. And that is going to be a ground ball to third. That is a ground ball. That's a ground ball to third, and it's a 7. Runner on third, out at home, batter safe. Other runners advance a base. So Doc Lavin is thrown out on the infield in play. Clemens goes to third. And to Porcer, Schertle like turtle. That's what I thought. I was thinking maybe Schertle or Schertle. I wasn't certain. But there is one out there as they get the go-ahead run at the plate. So now runners at first and third with 1 out. On a ground out to third. So he is out. He is at third. He's at first. And the batter is Bill Schertle. And they're going to let him bat because remember, here in the 1920s baseball, I just don't think you make a big – well, then again, let's see what Schertle's card looks like. Hold a minute. We'll take a look at his card and see if I want Schertle to bat or I go ahead and bring in a pinch hitter. Cardinals only had about 3 to 4. Normally in 1921, there were usually only 3 to 4 bullpen pitchers, as most pitchers back in the day went the whole game. So you got it, and I got to play it like that. So let's see what we got here. Oh, Schertle batted 143. Now I guess he's going to come out. So Schertle will be done. They will bring in a pinch hitter to go up against Luque. We'll see who they use. He is a righty, and it will be Heine Mueller. Heine Mueller will get the call to pat now for Schertle. So runners at first and third, 1 out. Mueller double play rating is a 5, so it's not easy to get him out. So they're going to bring the infield in, and Dolf Luque will pitch to Mueller, who batted 363 against the righties in 21. So here's the pitch. Here's a big play. Big pitch. This is an 8. That's an in play. It's a 64. And that's a ground ball. That's a ground ball to third. So let's see what happens in field in. It's an 8. Runner on third, out at home. Batter safe. Other runners advance 1 base. So Vern Clemens, he's thrown out at home. Porcer goes to second. And Mueller goes to first. And right now, St. Louis is getting out of the jam. And they're now 2 outs. How about that? Cardinals calling the right strategy. So that's a ground out to third. And Clemens is erased. But now runners at first and second with 2 outs now for Cliff Heathcote. Here's the pitch. This is a 10. That's a defense, 45. And it's going to be a range check to second base. That's Fonseca. His range is a D. It's a 1 to 65, and he will not get there. That's going to be a hit. That is going to be a hit, as Fonseca couldn't get there. Let's see what kind of hit it is. And that is a single, 2 stars, which means Torpusser will score. Mueller goes to third. Heathcote on at first, and the Cardinals take the lead. Big play by Cliff Heathcote as he gets a big hit. And second baseman Fonseca couldn't get there. That is a single. And it scores to Porcer. And Mueller goes to third. And the Cardinals take the lead 4-3. And the batter is Jack Fournier, who blasted the home run in the 5th. So let's see what happens here. Runners at first and third, 2 outs. That is a 9. That's ballpark 23, and that's going to be in play. With the left-handed batter, that's in play. Let's see what the card is. It's a 72, and that one is going to be a grounder to short. He will throw to second. He'll get the force, and that will end the inning. But the Cardinals get 1 run on 1, 2, 3 hits. They take a 4-3 lead going into the bottom of the 6th. And St. Louis will bring out a pitcher. See what they want to do. Leading off the batters for the Reds is Rube Bresler. And coming out to pitch for the Cardinals is going to be Marv Goodwin. He will pitch here. Marv Goodwin, 1 win, 2 losses, 3.72 ERA. He will pitch to Rube Bresler to start the bottom of the 6th inning. 4-3. Here's the pitch. That's an 11. That's an in play. That is a 60. And that is a ground out to third base. 1 out. Next batter is Fonseca, who couldn't get to that play in order to keep the run from scoring. It wasn't an error. It was just a base hit. Just couldn't make it. Didn't have the range. Here's the pitch from Goodwin. And that is a 4. That's an in play, a 90, and that's a ground out to short. And that will bring up Crane. Crane is 0 for 2. And that is a 6. That's an in play. That's an 85. And that's going to be another ground out to short. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Goodwin. And Goodwin's fatigue rating, by the way, is a 10 plus 1. So 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he can pitch to here without worrying about fatigue. So 1-2-3 inning for Goodwin. And it's still 4-3 Cardinals. Luque comes in to pitch for the Reds here in the top of the 7th. I still have a 10-minute ticker to do. But, of course, the 10-minute ticker here in 1921 is a lot quicker because there were only 3 other games played in the National League. And I'll give you standings as well. So here's Milt Stock. He leads off for St. Louis in the top of the 7th. Take your time there, BBG. I'm keeping going. Here's the pitch to Luque. That's a tough. That's a 79. And that is going to be a fly out to center. 1 out. And now the batter is Hornsby. Hornsby today is 1 for 3. See if Hornsby can get some more hits. Here's the pitch. That is a 7. That's a patient. And that's a 79. And Hornsby is hit by the pitch. Ouch. He'll go to first on an HBP. Hit batter. Does not count an official at bat. And the batter is McHenry. He will not steal. Not much base running really in 1921. A little bit, but not much. He did have 13 stolen bases, though. 1 out, McHenry the batter. Here's the pitch from Luque. And that is a wheelhouse 43. Pow! And that one is hit high. That one is hit deep. That one is hit gone. Austin McHenry, He blasts a home run off of Luque. Wheelhouse 43, and that one is killed into left center field. And the Cardinals now make it 6-3. Home run by Austin McHenry. A 2-run shot. Second home run given up by Luque. As that was just straight wheelhouse. And here's Doc Lavin. Reds would like to see if he can get out of the inning. But now 6-3 Cardinals. Here's the pitch to Lavin from Luque. That is going to be an in play. That's a 16, and that is a base hit. Single. He goes to first. I don't know how much longer they're going to keep him in there. Still 1 out. He's not fatigued. Even though he has given up 6 runs. Well, I'm going to take him out. He's done. The Reds have had enough as Luque goes ahead and makes it now, gives up a couple of big homers. And that is it for him. So the Cardinals will bring in Cincinnati will bring in a new pitcher. Their bullpen is kind of meh. Unfortunately. Not much to really choose from here. But they're going to go ahead and bring in Pete Donahue. He'll start at 11 games and relieved 10. So he will come into pitch for Cincinnati. Pete Donahue, 7 wins, 6 losses, 3.35 ERA. So with a runner at first base, now 6-3 Cardinals. The batter is Clemens. Still 1 out here on the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. That's a 4. That's a wheelhouse. That's a 48. But that is actually out of Clemens' area. That is going to be a ground ball to first. Clemens' double play rating's a 7. Donahue's a 5. He will get the double play from first to second, back to first, and he just misses a base hit, and instead he grounds out into a 3-4-3. Side retired. What a play by what a pitch by Donahue to get the Reds out of the inning. But the Cardinals get 2 runs on 2 hits. We're at the 7th inning stretch. Donahue, of course, has a long, let's see, 5 plus 10 is 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're at the 7th inning stretch, but before we get to that, let's do our 10-minute ticker. And we'll see how the rest of the National League does tonight. And there was only one other game played, and that was the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Chicago Cubs. So only one game was played. I did do the other. Some of the other games I've done offline, because if I'm not playing, I'm just going to go ahead and do them. Because Boston yesterday, the Braves beat Brooklyn 8-6. Pittsburgh beat Cincinnati 6-3 yesterday, and the Giants beat the Phillies 6-4. On 4/17, it was Brooklyn over Boston 5-3. So we only have one game to do, and that's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Cubs. The Pirates are an A, and the Cubs are a D. So let's have a look and see here. And the visiting team is Pittsburgh, and it's a 9. So let's see. It's against the D. And that is going to be a win for the Cubs as Chicago comes away with a win. And they will win that game 9-1. So the Cubs get their first win of the year as they beat Pittsburgh. Meanwhile, we got the Cardinals and Reds going on here. So that's the only 10-minute ticker we have for this. As you see the 10-minute tickers, okay, for 1921 doesn't last very long. Yep, BBG, you are back, and of course you missed a home run by Austin McHenry, as the Cardinals now lead at 6-3 going in the bottom of the 7th. Unless you did see that before you left. Bottom of the 7th inning, 6-3. Marv Goodwin on the mound for the Cardinals, and leading off for Cincinnati will be Bubbles Hargrave. Yeah, nice 21 slugfest. They always are. So here's the pitch to Hargrave. And that is a 7. That's a patient. That's going to be a 78. And that is a fly out to center field. 1 out. 1 man down. Pete Donahue was the pitcher. He is scheduled to hit. So let me take a look at his batting card real quick and see if it's worth bringing up there. If not, Cincinnati is going to have to do some pinch hitting here. And he batted .259 against right-handers. That's really not that bad. And he actually has a home run. Pete Donahue, but you're down 6-3. So Pete, that's going to be it for Donahue as he comes in and pitches to pretty much 1 batter. So he will be done, as I will take him out. I'll put him away, and we'll bring a pinch hitter here for the Reds against the righties. Let's see who we have. And coming on to bat for Cincinnati will be Ed Roush. And I know a little bit about him. This guy was pretty good. This guy was pretty good. Ed Roush was pretty good. He batted .336 against righties and .404 against lefties. Ed Roush, maybe their best hitter, even though he didn't get the start in this game, as Fonseca got it for this game against the Cardinals. So Ed Roush will pinch hit for Donahue. 1 out. Here's the pitch. And that is an 8. That's a 74. And that is going to be a fly out to center field. 2 outs. So after all that, it's just an out. Two men down, top of the batting order for the Reds, and Dode Paskert. Paskert is 1 for 3. 2 men down. Here's the pitch. And this is a 6, an 0-3. This is going to be an in play. That's going to be an 0-3, and Paskert is going to have a single. Gets a base hit there. Second hit of the game for Paskert. And we'll bring up Jake Daubert. And that is an in-play 12, and that is a leaner. Fouled away. Strike 1. That's a 7. That's a patient. It's a 78. And that is a fly ball to center field. And that will retire the side. So Marv Goodwin comes in for St. Louis and right now is keeping the Reds at bay. Seven innings in the books. It's still 6-3 St. Louis. Yeah, we have a 1921 quick results chart. Yes, we do. Joe Bryan did results charts for every single year. They are not official yet because I asked him to make some changes to the chart, mostly cosmetic. No changes to his formula, just to change the layout. I thought the layout was a little bit cumbersome. And if you want to know what I asked him to do, the teams here are in alphabetical order here, but in later years, he has them in by division, which made things kind of quirky, and he's got the grades here. They should be right next to these, and he's got versus FDCBA. I asked him to reverse this. Actually, I told him to move the grade and all of this over, and the league, division, and record all the way at the end. It's a little bit cumbersome the way he's got it set up. It is not on the website yet. It is not on the website. He is not, if I said, it's not official. He asked me to proofread. There could still be some changes before it makes it completely official. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Still 6-3 Cardinals. 6-3 Cardinals over Reds. We have a new pitcher coming in for Cincinnati. Let's see who that's going to be. And I'm going to bring in Cliff Markle. 2 wins, 6 losses, a 3.76 ERA. He did start 6 games, but he did relieve 4. Remember, in the 1920s, starters did relief if needed. They always did. Starters usually relieved if necessary. There was no such thing now like this in this year that usually you don't have starters relieving. Everybody was on deck in baseball during that in that time. The leadoff batter for St. Louis is Specs DePorcer, and he is 0 for 3. Start the top of the 8th. There's the pitch. That's a 5. That's an in play. That's a 25, and that's a single for DePorcer. He's on first. And the batter is Marv Goodwin, and I think they're going to let him hit and maybe come in for a sacrifice. So I got to get his card to hit, which is here somewhere. So Marv Goodwin will go ahead and hit from self. You're up 6-3. I don't think there's a need to make a change of pitchers, although we couldn't hit. And he's going to sacrifice. So it's a bunt 2 to 9-11. So he's got a bunt rating of A. So here's the bunt. So let's see. He's going to go ahead and do a sacrifice. And the bunt rating is A. It is a good sacrifice. And he bunts it right back to first. That's a beautiful bunt to first base. So as DePorcer goes to second base, Goodwin is out. 1 down on a beautiful bunt to first. Nice. So that goes as a grounded to third, but I listed as a sacrifice. So 1 out now, top of the batting order for the Cardinals. Here's Cleve Heathcote. Runner at second base. There's the pitch. That's an 11. That's an in play for Markle. 68. And that is going to be a ground out to shortstop. DePorcer, with a run rating of 5, definitely has to hold as Heathcote is thrown out at first for the second out. And now we will see Jack Fournier. 2 outs. Fournier has a home run in this game. Pitch from Markle. And that is a 9. That's another defense, but a 92. That's not going to matter. An error check to third base, but Boney will go ahead and make that play. He throws to first, and the inning is over. Because the highest rating on a defense, lowest rating you can get is a 59 and a 92. That definitely does the job. So the inning ends there on a grounder to third. And that does it there. We go to the bottom half of the 8th. Marv Goodwin still on the mound for St. Louis. Is he actually not doing a bad job? He can have 4 more batters before fatigue can set in. I'm going to do a quick shuffle. I ordered a 3rd fast action card deck, so I already have 2. I want 3, and then every 3 innings, I'm just going to change decks, but I'll shuffle them at the start before the games start. It'll save wear and tear on the cards. So bottom of the 8th inning, Cardinals 6, Reds 3. Leading off for Cincinnati will be Boney, or Sam Boney. Sam Boney. Sounds like Zamboni for hockey. Here's the pitch from Goodwin. That is a 5. That's an in play. 34. Oh, he just missed the base hit. That's going to be a pop out to second. One down. And the batter is Duncan. Duncan is 1 for 3. He singled, walked, and grounded out. That is a 3. That's an in play. A 26. That's going to be a single. He goes to first. And the batter is Bresler. Bresler is 1 for 3 as well. Duncan, a steal rating of 4, but with an F, he is not going anywhere. And you're not going to try a hit and run. So here's the pitch to Bresler. And that is an 8. That's a tough. That's a 55. And that is a line shot right to third. What a great play by Milt Stock. He jumps up, leaps up there, and gets it. 2 outs. That's a line out to third base right there. Nice catch by Stock. That definitely had base hit written over it, and Stock leaps up and gets it. 2 outs. And here's Fonseca. Duncan's still on at first. And this is a 6. This is an in play, a 36. And he just misses it. He pops that one up too. That's a pop up to second. Porcer is going to come up and get that one. And he will make the catch. Wow. Couple of close misses, a 36 and a 5 to 35 for Fonseca would have been a base hit. He just misses it, and that's the inning. So no runs on 1 hit. We go to the top of the 9th here. Still 6-3 Cardinals. Cliff Markle still pitching for Cincinnati. He is due to bat third in the bottom of the 9th, so he will continue to pitch. Leading off for the Cardinals is Stock. And that is an 8. That's an in-play 0-1, and that's going to be a leadoff double for Stock. He goes to second. Nice way for the Cardinals to start the inning. And the batter is Hornsby. Hornsby got hit by the pitch. He is singled, so he is really 1 for 3 in this game. So he's got 2 hits on the year in 3 games. So he's off to a slow start. Let's see if he can get Stock in here. That's a 5. That's an in-play 0-9, and he will. That is going to be a triple for Rogers Hornsby, an 0-9 against the right-handed in play. Hornsby has a triple. Stock scores easily. Normally, of course, I go crazy on that, but just trying to get the game, and that is now a 7-3 Cardinal lead, as Hornsby gets himself a triple. Second hit of the game, and the first multi-hit game this season after 3. And still nobody out. And here's Austin McHenry. Austin McHenry blasted a home run his last time up. They're going to play the infield back as the Reds look like they're about ready to be, considering this game is going to be done. So here's the pitch to McHenry. That's a 9. That's a defense, a 44. An error chance on third base. It's hit to Crane. Crane's error rating is a 2, a 44, and that's going to be an error. That is an error on the third baseman, and that is a 2-base error. So McHenry's going to wind up at second. Hornsby will score, and it is now 8-3 St. Louis. That is an E4. Scores Hornsby, and that is the second error on Cincinnati. They got 2 E's. McHenry still at second base and still nobody out. Here's Doc Lavin. Here's the pitch. That's a 10. That's a tough. It's a 91, and that is a ground ball to short. McHenry's run rating is an 8, but he will hold, and they'll take the out at first, 1 away. You're up by 5 runs. No need to be cute. And 1 away. That will bring up Vern Clemens. I was thinking of a run rating at 8. He could probably still get the third, even though the ball is hit to short. But with 1 out, he'll stay put, and you're up by 5 runs. Here's the pitch. Clemens, this is a 7. That's a patient. That's an 87, and that's another ground ball to short. McHenry will hold. Clemens will be out at first, 2 down. As McHenry not willing to try anything. And now the batter is Specs to Porcer. 2 down. Markle just trying to get the inning over with. And that is a 4. That's a patient. That's a 95, and that will do it. A fly ball to right. And the inning is over. But 2 runs come in for the Cardinals on 2 hits and an error. We go to the bottom half of the 9th inning. Cardinals lead 8-3. It's already 7:30. Figure that I'll probably take an hour and a half to relax real quick. About 9 o'clock, I think I'll start the Mets and the Astros tonight. And game number 4 to catch up with you there, Anthony, I'll probably play tomorrow. So pretty much I'll be just one game behind now after catching up to you there, my brother. Remember, we play at your pace, not mine. I can play anytime. Dave Little, really? Really? Now you show up. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. Now you come in. The Mets are going to play the Astros a little bit after 9 o'clock. Dave, if you're late there, I'm locking you out. You are not coming into the ballpark. Matter of fact, I should call security right now and have you thrown out, but I'll let this slide. And Dave, really. You better be there on time or your ticket is not going to be valid when you get to the park, to the Astrodome tonight. I'm going to do that game at about 9. So we go to the bottom of the 9th inning here. Cardinals 8, Reds 3. Marv Goodwin's going to try to close this game out. And leading off for Cincinnati is Sam Crane. The Reds actually got out to a 3-0 lead. Since then, St. Louis has totally shut the Reds down. Here's the pitch to Crane. That's a 7. That's a patient. It's a 41. And that's going to be a leadoff base hit for Crane as a single. And that will bring up Bubbles Hargrave. Cliff Markle's automatically coming up. They're going to coming out because Cincinnati is definitely going to pinch hit for him. So I'm going to close his card out for the game. So here's Bubbles Hargrave. Bubbles Hargrave got a triple earlier. He is 1 for 3. Yeah, you know that, Dave. But, like I said, you could stay for the end of this one. But if you're late to the Astrodome, you're done. Your ticket will be invalid. It won't even. They will not even punch it. They'll look at you. They'll check your ID, and they're going to say, "Turn around, go back to your car, and drive away." Here's the pitch to Hargrave. That's a 4. That's an in-play 35, and that's a base hit for Hargrave. It's a single. That is a single. Opposite field liner to left field. Runner on first advances 1 base. And now suddenly the Reds got something going on here in the bottom of the 9th inning with nobody out. 2 straight singles. And now we'll see what Cincinnati wants to do. As they'll bring in a pinch hitter for the pitcher. And it looks like that's going to be Heine Groh. Heine Groh will pinch hit, and he's a good hitter. 332 average against the righties. 5 to tie, 6 to win. Don't you dare say that. Oh, yeah, then there's no beer for you here, Dave. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Heine Groh now the batter. Marv Goodwin still staying in there. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Here's the pitch to Groh. That's going to be an in play. That's a 95. That's going to be a fly out to left. One down. Big out right there to get Groh. Top of the batting order for Cincinnati. Here's Dodi Paskert. Runner still at first and second. Here's the pitch. And that is a 7. That's a patient, but it's not going to hurt. 99. And that's going to be a fly out to left as well. 2 outs. So Paskert is done now, and the batter is Jake Daubert. Last chance for the Reds. Fans here in Crosley Field still want to see something. Not over yet, but here's the pitch. And that is an 8. That's a tough. It's a 44. And that one is a ground ball right back to Marv Goodwin. He gets it. He throws to first, and that will do it. The St. Louis Cardinals, the Reds score 3 runs in the first inning, and then St. Louis chips away at the lead and shuts them down to win this ball game 8-3. The Cardinals go to 3-0, and the Reds drop to 3-2. I'll give you the final line score here in a second. 3, 4, 7, 3, 4, 7, 9, 10, 12. No errors. 3 runs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits. So for the St. Louis Cardinals, 8 runs on 12 hits, no errors. For Cincinnati, 3 runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors. It is Jakie May who does get the win. Dolf Luque gets the loss. And for Rogers Hornsby in this game, let's see, he went 2 hit batters and counts of 2 for 1, 2. Actually, no, no, he had 3. He went 3. He had 3 hits. He had a triple. So a hit batter. No, so we got 2. So 2. He goes 2 for 4 tonight. Is 2 for 4. So right now he is 3 for 14 on the year. And by the way, no homers. And no home runs. So that does it here from Crosley Field. I will have another game, probably for game 4 between the Cardinals. The next game between the Cardinals and the Reds. I'll probably play that tomorrow. Because I know after the Met game, I'm going to be dead tired. So I'll thank you for Bleacher Bums Gaming, Dave Little, Steeler Fan 1993. Let's see here, of course, D. Smith. Thanks all of you for coming out to the ballpark. I thank you, appreciate it. If you like the game, please leave a like on your way out the door. And I will see you maybe about a little bit more than an hour and a half for the 1994 restart. Final score here from Crosley Field: Cardinals 8, Reds 3. Take care, everybody. See you in a little bit.